Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Pillars of Eternity. I just finished talking to Urget, or however his name is pronounced. And I'm really not sure what to make of this here. This doesn't seem like a very friendly place though, so I can't imagine we'll stay for too long. Maybe we'll be able to help somehow with the curse. I'm not even sure what that means, soulless infants. How is that determined? I don't know. Yeah, okay, these guys don't have dialogue for me. He has a name, or talk to him. Let's look at the... Beneath the vines are crude carvings of a sun rising over 3 stars. So way down, what is down here? Doesn't tell me. I guess let's talk to Thiel Phalion. Oh, as you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Well, yeah, let's reach out. You see a pennant waving torn and sluggish in the wind. A rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, I have no idea, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander, awkward in full armor but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting, to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground. Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Interesting. So can I not talk to him? No. Interesting. Not really sure what all of this means, but I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Villager. Things are bound to get worse now. Yep, I get that feeling too. Even though I've just got here. Oh, angry people talking to Adolf. You see 4 people gathered by the door of the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hand for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Oh, what's going on? One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us, even while he shelters in our village, just goes to show you what these fancy Edir manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, and especially not from Edirans.
Go on, say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
What?
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
I don't know. I don't think attacking him is such a good idea. The 3 drunks scowled at you, and why is that? Do I want to help this guy? Seems to be kind of a jerk. Yeah, well, I'll step in, I guess. They look at each other. One of the men gives the other 2 a warning shake of his head before turning to you. We're done for now, but this one better watch his step around here, because we're not going anywhere. Final scour at the elf, he turns to leave. Okay, so we defused that situation, even though we had to stick our necks out a bit, so... As the three stumble away, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
Welcome.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts. Though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
Ah, right about that. He straightens his hood and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Elf Corvisor, at your service. Okay, Aloth Corvisor. Aloth. I think we can remember that. How did you manage to get stuck out here? That is something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
Makes sense.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Griffin Ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Ah, a beerwick.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I try to tell him, you misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints. And the accent doesn't help. I see. For which I am grateful. Let's discuss something else, shall we? Okay, so he doesn't admit to insulting the guy, but okay. What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
It is, it is. Well, I'll be honest, I guess. I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. And he has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
Yeah, I've seen that. Starting glance takes in the tumber-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expected such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. Probably right. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
That's true. I guess I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about this guy yet, but sure, we'll give him a shot. So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Good. So let's check out Adoth. He's a second level wizard, he's a wood elf, he's Adir Gentry. Is there different kinds of wizards? Is he specialized in some way? Arcane sword, dazzling lights, disadvantage, fan of flames, discover talents, blast. Interesting. Okay. Is there? Can I see his? No, I guess I can't. Well, it's okay, I guess. Let's see. Do I have a quest book? I do. Seek help for your condition. Okay. So that's just it, I guess. So these are completed, I guess. Okay, yeah. And this one is. This is not the illness that struck me at the wagon. This is something new, an affliction of the mind, perhaps a flux. Someone at Gilded Vale will know what to do. The magistrate advised me to get some rest while I wait for permanent accommodations. That may be the best thing to put an end to this illness as well. Well, I guess... Why not? Let's check out the inn. Can't hurt to see what's in here. Maybe we can get some work too. The floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. That's always a good sign when entering an inn. Some kind of brown slop is congealing in the dishes. It smells burnt. Well, that's not a very good sign either.
Hail and well met.
Oh, greetings and welcome to the Black Hound Inn. The innkeeper bows her head curtly. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by way of a good meal today, she sighs. Unless you're fond of court porridge. No, I am not. I'd like a room. I could use some reliable help. Could I see what they have for sale? I could use some reliable help. Do you know of anyone looking for work? Oh well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let me see what I have to work with. Oh, if I can recruit adventurers, level 1 adventurer, but 250 copper, which I don't have. Interesting. Oh, I can also... Okay, it's just in the store interface. It's good to know. So we can buy camping supplies here, which I might need. Beer, milk, grain, party management. Okay, we can have 6 people in our party. Good to know. No companions available to hire. Okay, and I can probably dismiss him and he goes to the roster and I can rehire him potentially. Yeah, you can see what your allies are up to when they aren't in the party. If you assign them to adventures, you can see how long it will take for them to complete their assignment. Okay, that's interesting. So I can send my companions out. That's very interesting. Recording a companion or adventurer from a mission before it is completed will forfeit all of the potential rewards for that assignment. Okay. Yeah, right now we only have Eloth, and I think I want to keep him in my party for now. I guess... Wow, okay, the common room costs nothing. Bonuses for more expensive rooms. Okay, so if we spend 110 copper, we can get a bonus on perception and mechanics. And if we get the really expensive room, which we can't afford by 1 copper right now, we can get the bonus of 2 resolve. Yeah, I don't know. I guess in order to advance the story, we'll have to rest. So we will rest in the common room for free, because I'm cheap and poor. Your sleep is restless and fevered, sorted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing loud on your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like mouldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He caught her in any mancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she's truly dead. Okay. So maybe... Is there anyone in here with a name that we could talk to, maybe? Oh, there are. There is All in Server. Oh no, it's not a name. It is a server. There's a drunkard. There's two people with names. Strom, Brightblade, and Selena Vertivo. And we can loot things. Should we loot things? We should, I guess. We should also save. And we'll steal some milk and grain. That's okay? It's okay. And we can loot this table as a development of a Crucible Knight Part 2 senior ranks. Some copper. What are they called? Skeets. And a scroll of Fan of Flames. Not bad. Let's talk to Selena. Engineer, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Okay, let's do it. You see a woman emptying her satchel onto her bed, taking stocks of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. She begins to repack, one item after the other, careful deliberation, undercut by shaking hands. Each item has a clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. The shaking worsens as she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears eke from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order and shoves everything she can in the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Straightening her back, she walks to the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red. A gangly young elf offers his condolences, but you can see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen, anyone heading out on high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear in the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. Okay, but I still can't talk to her, right? No. It's weird. Let's do the same with Strom Brightblade. We reach for his soul. You see a group of young men standing around a makeshift practice target. This man stands in the middle of them, explaining the construction and use of a bow. He holds it up, pointing out each part as he speaks about it and what he does. He then walks away from the target, telling them to remain where they are, and takes his place about 200 feet away. He carefully lines up his shot, explaining what he's doing as he does, and lets the arrow fly. It hits the target dead center, much to the surprise and delight of the boys near it. He smiles, walking towards the boys, talking about proper stance and how to most effectively hold a bow. A noise comes from the tree line near the practice venue, and he stops, scanning the woods, blue eyes squinting against the sun. A shadow moves, making its way through the forest behind them. He draws an arrow and lines up the shot, carefully tracking the motion of the hidden creature. Loosing the arrow, he wastes no time and quickly grabs another. The boys spin, watching the arrow fly into the forest, immediately lost among the trees. There's sudden explosive movement in the undergrowth as a deer erupts from the tree line, running across the edge of the clearing. The boys laugh, turning to joke with the man about his lousy shots. They stop talking, seeing him holding the bow and leading the deer with a knocked arrow. They drop to the ground as he loses his last arrow, which flies through and strikes the deer right behind its shoulder, piercing heart and lungs and dropping it dead almost immediately. The boys stare at the deer for a few seconds and then slowly turn to look at the man, newfound respect in their eyes. He smiles again and breathes a quiet sigh of relief. So we have a doctor and the archer here, interesting. I'm not sure what's with this. reaching for source thing. Seems weird. I guess we'll look at the Animancer hung on the tree, the hanging tree, you could say, and where's the tree? Oh, I'm on the other side of it. Ah, over here. So far, I have no idea what the story of this is going to be. Oh, look at that. It doesn't look good. Caldara de Beranzi. I guess we'll have to talk to her. The squats. The standard body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tuck of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hand, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out for more. Take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she's staring at you with her eyes clouded in a milky fog. Her body still swaying in the wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in the misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there?
She nods.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how.
Okay.
A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their honor can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Katnua, okay. I think I survived the Beerwick. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
It says souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Nothing, I assume. But tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
Well, I guess I have enough for now, so farewell.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldera closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the news. Your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Adolf looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that's is interesting. It gives you a sly grin, and I expect that explains how you survived the Beerwick, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about the Watchers? Only that they're rare and they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, he curves, as you just demonstrated. Okay, let's continue on. So we should travel to Kat Nua to talk to an old Watcher next. But I guess we'll end the episode here. It's another long one, but yeah, it's just the way it goes. I'm not too concerned. Oh, we leveled up too. We'll do that in the beginning of the next episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.